Aaron, what I was going to say during this is that when he was like, I'm not interested in anything like that. And I'm like, you're not interested in any girls, any dating. He's not interested in it at all. So he's obviously going through a real depression, and he did bring up his mental health. And I brought it up while watching Love Island, especially like it was like episode 10. I mean, it was like early on where he would be like telling Kaylor, I really, really like you and this is great and like it's so much fun. And then they would have like a little bit of a fight. I mean, they always fought. And then I remember him sitting there and going, I don't know, I feel like maybe I should just like give it all up, just walk away. You know, and he would have this like this deadness in his eyes while he was saying it. And I was like, dang, Aaron he's a little bit off, you know? And I do think that it's a total positive that he's aware of it and that he does need he needs therapy for his mental health. He needs help, whether it be meds and therapy, hopefully both, to sort of get him back on track. I understand how he feels. I mean, I've been there. You guys know, like, I think I've dealt with depression my whole life. It especially got worse during long COVID, like 3 years ago when COVID lasted longer. It strips all the serotonin from your gut. And I had to do all this research and then finally got on, on meds, and it helped. And they do help. And, talking it out does help too, or journaling, stuff like that. My point being, even now, while I'm like better, I still have depression. Like it doesn't go away. And there are many days where I just go, I'm not interested in any of that. And that is depression. When you're just not interested in things that you like, or maybe used to bring you joy, or you're not interested in dating or other people. I understand exactly where he's at. Of course, for me, it fluctuates depending upon the day and maybe possibly hormones, how much sleep I got, stuff like that. But yeah, I think and I hope that maybe they show his journey in getting help, possibly with therapy, maybe getting on meds. I also understand that some people are like, I don't want to have to rely on taking something every day, which I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. But if that thing helps you want to live, it's probably, you should take it every day. It's probably the thing to do rather than moving through life like, oh, I don't care. And again, it's only been a year. And I also think that it doesn't just have to do with him and Kaylor, although it seems like, fine, maybe give it another year. He'll finally be over him and Kaylor and that situation. But I think a lot of it has to do with fame, which he definitely alluded to when he was like, the people I knew before versus who I'm meeting now. And it's not like who he's meeting now in LA. It means the people who are at Love Island who came from all over the world, whether it be Minnesota or North Carolina, and now they're all in LA. And they've probably, you flip a switch. Like, you start getting fame, you're all over Instagram, and I'm sure he was all over Instagram, in a lot of bad ways, probably got a lot of hate, and that's why he got off Instagram, which is a plus. I get it. I just post to Instagram and sort of get off. I post to YouTube, and then actually, you guys know on my channel, we spread hugs, love, and laughter. But there are a lot of times, like on the Real Rejects, that I'm like, oh, I can't read these comments. Like, people are rude. They're just like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like just people are in a bad mood and they want to ruin your day because they're unhappy. I don't take it to heart too much. I've been in this business and in LA for 22 years. This is my home. I've booked way too many things, been in way too many movies and commercials, and worked with so many people to let, I guess, a rejection get to me, because auditioning is rejection on a daily basis, because not every audition you're going to get, right? Let's say that I booked 10 commercials this year, probably auditioned 45 times. Do you know what I mean? The percentage on that, that's high. I mean, for me, but I've been doing it a long time. My point in that is that rejection and all of these little things don't lead to me feeling more and more depressed, because I'm used to the business. I'm used to that rejection, because it doesn't really have to do with all me. The director, he could be like, she reminds me of my ex-wife. She had bangs and dark hair. I don't want to hire her, even though she's good. Like, you know what I mean? She's too tall. She doesn't look Latina enough. Do you know what I mean? There's just simple things of why you would feel rejected. But overall, I think my point in saying all of that is that coming to LA and doing those things can change who you are and how you proceed in life, right? Now they're getting jobs. They're on set. They're a name now to the world. So fame has hit them. And now, because Love Island season 6 was the biggest season of all, they get this spinoff. So it's probably going to go to their head a bit. And I understand that what Aaron is saying is like, I feel like they've changed a bit, which most people do. When fame hits, like, they'll say, they've changed somewhat. And I don't fully know that. Like, with friends and people I know that are working in the business, like really working. We're not like A-list famous. We're working in the business. People know who we are. And there's people out there, casting directors, that'll go, I want Tara Erickson to audition for this because I think she'd be great. That takes years to even get to that point in Los Angeles. I'm grateful that happens. But I'm also very grateful that I have friends who are working and I don't feel like they have changed. Because fame has hit them. But here's the difference between me and all of my friends. I've been here 22 years. Fame did not come to me, like to them, overnight. They didn't have to work for it. Cordell showed up on set knowing full well Love Island is a platform to get him there, to be like, get my name out, I want to act, which is great. And then his dreams came true because he's on the biggest season of Love Island. He gets to get put on a show. Why? Because the second you get off Love Island, you get 1 million followers. Everybody loves him and Serena's relationship. They want to follow it. They want to see it. Your brand, let's pretend you're clear. You want them in it because you can make a funny thing and people will go, oh, I know them, Love Island. Great, they'll watch it. It helps you sell your brand, right? You don't have to be the greatest actor or actress. You just got to be a face and hope that you have a good enough director to go, can you say it this way instead? And then you've got a part. You've got a thing that went off. All of them got famous overnight, right? Love Island, you get off Love Island and it's like kaboom. Everyone knows who you are. Especially we saw at the reunion where they were like, the reunion's never been like this. There's fans waiting outside. It was a crazy season. It was great freaking drama, dude. And yeah, I think I'll have to watch a little bit more to see how much they've all changed due to this fame. Because I'll tell you, me and my friends, we had to work for it. Really work for it. We didn't like have a platform. We just had to we just had to hustle. We had to just claw our way up that mountain to be like, hey, notice me. I am talented and can do the work. It just takes so long to get there. Years, man. And yeah, maybe I wish that I was the type when I was in my 20s to go, I want to be on a reality show and then use that to get like famous. But that's not my thing. I think I'm like too prideful about it. I think I would do it maybe I would do it now to be like, yeah, sure. What can it hurt? Like, I've been in the business too long. I am a person who is not a greenie. That's what we call people in LA who are very new to the business. They're green, right? They don't know all of the things. They won't know all of the things when they're on set. And they just won't know the business fully. That's my point. They're green. What was my freaking point? I was saying a greenie versus a veteran. And then I was talking about, oh boy, look at her. She lost her train of thought. Hold on, guys. I think overall, my point in like bringing all of this up is that because I feel like I'm a veteran and have been out here so long and put in all of the work. Oh, that was my point. I put in all the work and I'm not a greenie. Is that should I end up on a reality show to get my name out there? I know that I've probably earned that place, if that makes sense, right? Because I've been out here so long. I'm a little bit older and I'm like, yeah, I know exactly who I am, what I deserve. And also I've put in the 10,000 hours, right? Which is why casting will hit up my agent and go, can we have Tara audition for this thing? And I'm like, sometimes I'm not in the mood. I'm like, I don't know if I would. Like, I'm kind of like halfway retired from acting because I just was like, told my agent I wanted to take a break because I wanted to focus on my channel and YouTube because I'm enjoying it. And I think that I've always wanted to sort of be, and always have been, my own boss. Even in acting, it's like you have an agent, but like I choose what I'm doing, right? In life, kind of. And lately, the acting and the audition hasn't brought me as much joy for the last like couple of years. I've been more like focused on like, I would like to make more money and like get an apartment that's a little bit bigger than this, and live just a normal life where I like go on vacation and do fun things. Because my life up to now has really been, I can't leave because in case I get an audition. That's really what it is. And it always was a thing. If I do leave, if I had ever left for like a week, it would be, I get a call from my agent and an audition is due. And then I have to like film it while I'm on vacation. It's a pain in the ass. I got to memorize it. Who can read with me? Set up a cell phone. It's just that part of it, of being an actor, is a pain in the ass. And it's difficult. And it can really wear on you. It could take some wear and tear. And that's why I made the short film, Prime Your Life, which is on my YouTube channel. So if you guys are listening to this now and you're watching me on YouTube or you're listening to it as a podcast, Prime Your Life is a film that I made sort of about the business and what it's like being an actor here and being working for it and what it's realistically like, not just going, which I do not judge them. I think it's great. And I think them getting jobs, like Ken Cordell getting jobs, doesn't mean he's not talented and it was just served to him on a silver platter. But compared to someone who's put in all of the work versus I was on a reality show, now I'm a name, and now I get jobs because of your name, not because you put in years of work. And honestly, I know that they will have more opportunities for me always carrying on for always, right? They're going to be more successful. They'll have more money and more opportunities. But ideally, when I'm thinking about it now, I don't think I would want it any other way because I'm such a prideful person. That's like, yeah, cool. I put in the work. I proved it. Like it was not just handed to me. It wasn't. It was a lot of work and everyone could probably see it. And it was years of work, and all of my friends and people that I respect and love know that. I mean, I find great joy when my friends or people who know me call me prolific. Probably the best compliment you could give me, because I am a hard worker. I am dedicated to what I do. I'm still a very dedicated actor. You know, I'm more focused on, like, if it's someone I know or a friend or maybe a casting that I know and they want me to be in a thing, then I'll go and do that. But I'm not focused on auditions. I'm focused, like I said, more on YouTube and the podcast I'm starting called The Rage Pod. That'll be out very soon, hopefully in August. Keep your eyes peeled. And, you know, obviously I have a very busy schedule with The Real Rejects, which is another platform that I'm on. But again, none of those things were just handed to me. It's like the podcast works because I did years and years and years of improv and stand-up comedy. And that's how I met Erica, who's my co-host, who did years and years of stand-up and sketch. And we did sketch together. And we didn't do any stand-up together, but I did stand-up first. Now she's doing more stand-up. I started my YouTube channel 9 years ago, learned how to edit 10 years ago, got better at it, and now I can help edit the podcast, right? Or edit certain videos. Obviously, I'm not going to edit this video. It just takes too much work. But my point being is, like, when an editor can't do it, I'm the one who pops in. Why? Because I've been out here. I put in the work that has to do with the business. That means if I have to put myself on camera and I want to cut a certain thing out, I need to know how to edit, and I can. And that's how the podcast came about, right? It's not handed to me. Someone wasn't like, you're cool, here you go, you have followers, do this thing. No, we had to set it up, work for it. Our friend is our producer. She's helping us. We have to find the Fiverr artist that we are going to use for the art deck that we're going to use for the podcast, right? We're putting in all of the work, just like I'm putting in all the work here on this channel, right? And I put in all the work to get to where I am today in the acting world, even though I'm not doing it that much right now because I'm just choosing not to. If and when I get back to it, just like I shot a couple weeks ago on a short film for a friend, that was a lot of fun. It was awesome. It was great. But I feel confident in that arena because I put in the work. I know I talked about this too much, but I feel like I also get so many messages from people going like, what should I do when I come to LA? How did you make all these films? How do you produce these things? It's just like I put in the work. It wasn't just overnight that I asked someone a question. Sure, ask someone a question and learn about it. But I just did it is the thing, right? I made a thing. I learned to edit. I edited more. I got better at it. Put in more hours with acting. Make more stuff. Make another short film. Direct that thing. Maybe don't direct the thing. Maybe just produce that thing. Make it better. Give notes. Be in this film. Edit more. Write more. Okay, are you overwriting? Have someone else write it. You co-write. Like, do you know what I mean? You've just got to do all the things when you get to LA. And I feel more confident if I were to ever arrive on your set. You know that this bitch, she's going to show up. She's going to hit her mark. She's going to know her lines. Even if I like flub a line, I keep going or I go, fuck, sorry. And then I'm like right back on track. I mean, flubbing doesn't even normally happen because I've done it too long that I just go, I got this. I got you. Let's do this. Let's make it good. You know? And I take notes very easily too when I'm on set. You have to learn how to be redirected. And sometimes I see actors where, let's pretend, where they're like, who's Sarah? And let's pretend that the director goes, can you say it like that, like the person you're talking to just killed your best friend and you don't want them to know that you know yet, but you have a deep burning desire to kill them. And they go, yeah, okay. Who's Sarah? And it's like basically the same thing. And I'm like, oh God, they don't know how to take a note. Like they think they're doing something different, but they're not. Oh God, I've seen that so many times. And I'm like, how did you get hired? And then the director, that's why we have, if you have a good director, they can learn how to get around those performances and learn how to really speak to the actor. If that doesn't work, we'll do it a different way to get that certain performance out of them, which is cool. Which is why I've liked directing certain things too. I find that a lot of fun working with people to think like, how can I get this performance out of this person? What could I say? What example could I give them? How can I make them feel? Right? Anyhow, this show mainly just makes me think about LA, what they're doing. I see it. I get it. They've all reached fame rather quickly. They're all here. And most people who end up on The Bachelor or Love Island or any of these things, they all end up in LA because now they want to model, become an influencer. They want to act. They want to be in commercials. They want to do a thing, use their name. And I think it's great. Like, use the platform. That's cool. Because like when you do get out here, you will be handed things because you are a name now because of the show. And I hope that they handle it with grace and appropriately. And I hope that they, in the interim, in between their lives and working, that they put in the work. You know, put in the work for what they want to do. Because it'll just make them a better, well-rounded person. You know? All right. I've talked too much. I didn't even really talk about Love Island. I mostly just talked about me and how I think that some of them should put in the work and hopefully they don't change from who they were when they first started Love Island, although they've already changed. When you come to LA, it'll change you. All right. Yeah. Talk too long. I love you guys, though, to the moon and back. Remember, we spread hugs, love, and laughter here at Terror Troopers. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Yeah?